everyone, it is the Feral Darrell that plays, and welcome back to another Overlook Bay video. I have noticed recently that ever since the mermaid came out, not very many people has gotten the mythic mermaid yet, and I want everyone to get the mythic mermaid, which is why in this video today I will be teaching you guys how to get gems super duper fast in Overlook Bay so you get enough gems to buy many mythic mermaids. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So the first thing that will get you a whole lot of gems every single day is collecting the fruit trees all around Overlook Bay, and if you have your own fruit trees, I recommend collecting those as well. Also, if you have a ladybug or shiny ladybug or rainbow shiny ladybug, use that to your advantage. Those are super good and they get you even more fruits from the trees. Also, if you have better fruit trees than the normal ones, like the jelly bean fruit trees or the treasure fruit trees, I highly recommend saving up and buying those because those are worth a lot and you can get a whole ton of gems just by doing this. So what I recommend is for you to set a timer for 8 in the morning and for 8 at night, or 7 in the morning or 7 at night, but once every 12 hours. And you do that because the trees reset for harvest every 12 hours, so you get maximum fruits every single day. Once I'm done collecting all of the fruit trees from my garden and from normal Overlook Bay, I get about 4,000 to 5,000 gems just from doing that, which is pretty good. Okay, so all the fruit trees are around Overlook Bay. There's 4 in the park over here. There are 2 kind of by the lighthouse. There's 1 by the school, 1 right here, 1 behind the coffee shop, 1 behind the movie theater, and 2 by mining. So those are all the locations for the fruit trees. You should collect all of them every single day and cash them in right here by the supermarket, which is right here by the fountain, in case you've never gone to the fruit market before and sold all of your fruits. Okay, so let me sell mine. These are from today and yesterday, I believe, because I did not collect all of mine for this video, because that would be a pretty long video. Okay, so every single day, you should always collect your fruits twice a day. This is perfect because you can get a whole lot of gems. Let's see. So from just collecting my fruit trees twice and a few more times a few minutes ago, I got a total of 6,146 gems, which is great. That is about half of what a mermaid costs. A mermaid costs 15,000 gems, and I just got most of it right there. So that is by far the best method to collect fruit trees. But let's continue. You guys know more of how to collect gems while you have to wait for the fruit trees to regrow. So next up is a kind of a hard idea. So if you have Molten Mines, I recommend going to Molten Mines and either mining in Molten Mines or you do the fishing in Molten Mines. I like the fishing better because it's a lot easier. And with the mermaid pet, I get 2 times fish, which is pretty great. I get more gems for that. And also, I just stand there. I don't really have to do anything. I just tap my screen every few times, which is kind of awesome. Also, let's go to Arcadia IO real quick so I can show you guys the fishing pass. Because the fishing pass is super easy to get gems because there's gems on it. And all you have to do is go fishing. It's super duper easy. Let me show you guys. So at the Mining Pass 2 building, if you're already here, there is quite a bit of gems at level 55, level 70, and level 85. And also there's exclusive pets and other personal vehicles and pet pods and stuff that are really worth getting, I think. That is why I would always choose fishing over mining, because there are better rewards, I think, and it is newer, so all the pets will be more popular. For example, the Sponge Rob, I don't even have that yet. Most YouTubers don't have that either, which is kind of cool, so it would be rare if you get one right off the bat, and a mermaid will really help you out get one. The next tip I want to talk to you guys about is raising a pet. So, while you do these other steps, you always want to take out a pet and try and make a shiny pet, no matter what kind of pet it is. Currently, I'm trying to make a shiny mermaid, and then a rainbow shiny mermaid after that. I have one mermaid max level, which is right here, and my other mermaid is just a level 1. But doing these tasks is super great because you get gems and you get XP for your pet, which is pretty awesome. Also, while you raise a pet, you get experience and you get paw badges. The paw badges I'll explain in just a second. So every time you raise a pet and you do a task, you get paw badges. And when you go to either the pet shop or the pet shop in the ocean, there is a wheel that you can spin for the paw badges, which is kind of great. This one here costs a lot, 250 to spin, and there are 2 different gem prices on it, 250 gems and 500 gems, which are both really good. So I recommend saving all of your paw badges, which look like these, and save it for this wheel in the ocean pet shop. I cannot demonstrate it now because clearly I don't have enough right now. But once you raise your pet enough, you will be able to spin the wheel, and there's a lot of gem choices on there, which is kind of great. So raising a pet while you do these other steps is the best way to go. For example, if you are collecting your fruit trees, use a ladybug. Hopefully you have a ladybug. If you don't, just raise a pet. And when the pet needs a task, take a break from your fruit and go do the task that the pet needs. Because it gets you a lot of gems that way from raising the pet, and it gets you gems from the pet prize wheel as well, when you also have a chance for other things like the treasure seed right here and wishes. The treasure seed, each treasure seed sells for 100 gems, I believe, which is a lot of gems. I think it's definitely worth it and a great gamble. Wishes as well. Wishes are very valuable. Let's go to the wishing well and show you guys exactly what I mean. So making our way to the wishing well, the painted giraffe is leaving, which is always a good investment as well, trying to get a wishing well pet before they leave the game, because it will eventually leave the game. So you will have a free wish once a day, so I recommend using your free wish. Right now I don't, but I have a lot of wishes to spare anyway, and you get 25 gems just for spending the wishing well, which is kind of great. And you have a chance at a painted giraffe as well, and you also could get pet pods or even gems here, 50 gems, 65 gems, 80 gems, 100 gems, which is pretty awesome. Right here I got kind of lucky. I got a diamond pet pod. It's usually 1% chance, but I have a celebration dragon, so it boosts it to, I think, 4%. What is that? A legendary Arctic fox. Wow, what luck we had there. That was pretty good. Okay, so this method is kind of great. The first thing you do when you wake up every morning at 8 a.m., you collect your fruit trees, make a wish in the wishing well, and while you're doing that, you take care of your pets, no matter what kind of pet it is. Next up, in a few minutes, after you give your pet a bath every single morning, you go to work. Trust me about this, going to work is the greatest place, especially if you are the manager. You'll get a whole ton of gems just for standing around and doing nothing. It's super easy. So going to work, you should always go to work even when you're doing something that is really great, like collecting fruit trees. Going to work is probably the best investment you have. You can get about 1,000 gems per hour just by going to work 4 times an hour, which is super great. I think that's a lot of gems just to be given away. So right here should pop up any second. The cashier is the easiest if you don't have the manager. I'm going to show you guys the cashier right now, just because I'm sure most people don't have manager, and the manager is super explanatory. It's like super easy. Anyone can do the manager, but the cashier is easy as well. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to be the best cashier in Overlook Bay and make the most gems there as well. So we're here at the workstation, what you do is you click and you try and find the nicest one. So what can I brew with you today? That seems kind of nice. So anything nice gets you 5 points, and anything that's not nice doesn't get you any points, or maybe 2 points. Hello, valued customer. That sounds really nice right there. So I think we should choose that option. So the work does not take very long, and it's every 15 minutes. So you have plenty of time to work and then have time for other things as well. Also, I would like to note that the mining and fishing is just your preference. So basically, you can go either way. You can either go full-time Molten Mines or full-time Arcadia Isle fishing. I recommend either fishing in normal Arcadia Isle or in the Arcadia Isle depths or the Molten Mines, which is 3 different places you can go fishing, which I think is pretty cool as well. Also, one more thing to note. If you have a mermaid, I recommend going fishing. If you have 1 mermaid already, you can get a whole lot of gems easy because you get 2 fish every time you fish once. So I think you should go fishing if you already have a mermaid, so you can work your way to a second mermaid and make a shiny. Then after you make a shiny, you can get another one quickly, and then a rainbow shiny, and then you can get even more to save and trade for the future. For example, today, I traded one of my mermaids for a strawberry cow. I've never had a strawberry cow before because it costs Robux, and before I did YouTube, I did not spend any Robux on this game, but now I love this game even more, and I do spend Robux sometimes, and now I have a strawberry cow just because I invested in the mermaid. So this is why I made this video for you guys. So I'm at 100 points, and we still have over 30 seconds left. All we need to get to is 120 points, and then we'll just stop. So with this customer, we can finish right here. Hello, valued customer. And let's see what she wants. If it ever gets stuck, by the way, just click a random one. So we're done with work. We're at 120 points. Once you get there, you'll get S tier. So I recommend you stop at 120 points and just AFK for a few seconds and wait for work to end. So next up, when work ends, I recommend quickly, as fast as you can, teleport to the Arcadia Isle teleporter and use your personal vehicle to get all the way to Arcadia Isle before the next task pops up, because the next task will pop up any second now. And while you're doing your task in Arcadia Isle, you can go fishing at the same time. This is the same method I use every single day. I try and beat the clock and get to Arcadia Isle as fast as I possibly can, so that once I get there, I can do the task there and go fishing, and the fish in Arcadia Isle are worth more than the fish in normal Overlook Bay, which is super awesome, and you guys should take advantage of that. So we should get a task any second now. It will either be the coral reefs, the volleyball court, or I think it's the lazy river, which is kind of cool as well. So we're here. Oh, we did make one mistake though. We never took out our pet. So it probably happened already. Well, big oof for us. That's okay though. Usually it would be beach volleyball. We can stand on the shore and go fishing right here. So I've explained all of the methods to get gems in Overlook Bay. I want to review everything real quick so that you guys know the best method to use. First up, set a timer for once every 12 hours and collect all of the fruit trees. If you have a ladybug, use that. And while you're doing that, you may get tasks from your pet. Do the tasks because you'll get paw badges so you can spin the wheel. You'll get gems and you'll get pet XP and normal XP for the top as well. Next up, the second best method is going around and choosing either fishing or mining and fully commit to fishing or mining and work at it between every task. And while you're at it, once again, raise your pet. Lastly, what you want to do is you want to go to work whenever it flashes on your screen every 15 minutes. If you look on your watch or your phone, it should tell you the time. And if the time ends with the 00, for example, 2 o'clock, or if it ends with the 15, for example, 2:15, or if it ends with the 30, for example, 2:15, or if it ends with 45. That means it is currently time and the work should pop up any second. In other words, it pops up right after you give your pet a bath. So that is everything in review of how you can get gems fast and so you can buy a mythical mermaid super duper fast. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Feral Darrell that plays. Goodbye.